I mean, I'll start with my truthfulness. I honestly, when I heard about it, I was like, meh, another system. But
Yeah. I know the feeling.
then I saw the purple color.
Legitimately.
Tonight, we are going to talk about this new upcoming tabletop RPG. They're calling it a new evolution in tabletop RPGs. Innovative rules, intuitive gameplay, creative characters, and epic stories is what they aim to create with this. We're talking about DC20. If you haven't had a chance, we do have the link in our description below. It's their Kickstarter is going. It is over in 50 hours to go.
Yes, July 1st it ends. Yep.
I think that Stephen Glicker talked about it on his channel.
Dungeon Coach was on there.
Dungeon Coach was on there, yeah. And it is a really very interesting system. I have very much enjoyed pouring over it. As one who consumes a lot of systems, I can see what he's doing here, and it's beautiful. So I'm just going to talk first impression. Purple, love it. It's one of my favorite colors. I'll be 100% honest with you, and it's very captivating to my eye. I enjoy it a lot, and then I instantly downloaded the playtest rules preview, which is, I believe everybody can get access to that, especially if you Kickstarter. I know you do for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's clear, it's clean, it's intuitive, it makes sense. It has a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder 2e feel put together with some very simplistic storytelling elements that really just bring together the ability to create a beautiful story with more simpler. I'm going to use that. I know it's not good English, but more simpler rules. Yeah. And just one thing that really stuck out to me is if you watch any of his Dungeon Coach's YouTube videos about DC20, the passion that man has is so enjoyable. It's infectious. You know,
I'm smiling because in research we were watching the videos multiple times at double speed.
Yeah.
I
bet. Because he's got his hands going. He's counting with his fingers. But I love it because it makes you feel. He feels the system, and he's sharing with you through a heart of passion. He wanted to create something that was different.
Yep.
And that fit what people. People are sick of 5th edition. They're sick of the garbage. They're sick of some of the things that need to be changed, and they're not getting changed.
Everybody drink.
I'm on a soapbox.
Make fun of 5e. We have to drink. Scrat's not in chat.
He was also a math teacher, he was saying, before this. So it plays well into he understands how numbers work.
Well,
and
he's
how
got
to
the
make
math
things
down.
Balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can really tell.
You absolutely. I mean, you got some points over there that you want to share, don't you?
I have
can
4
tell.
pages of notes.
She has so many notes.
She dove into this hardcore.
And I used purple pen, and I didn't even realize it.
Look at that.
That is,
Subconscious.
it's meant to be.
That's really good.
So from a professional Dungeon Master point of view, just real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I am very excited to see this go off, and I really actually hope it steals from the player base of D&D 5th edition, and this becomes a viable... a viable system for somebody like me to run, and it becomes widespread. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But why that is, I think that Kristen can start explaining some of the reasons why it's awesome.
Yeah, I guess the first point would be...
Sorry, Wes.
What?
Carry on.
No.
The action points system
Yes.
that he has in it is that everybody has 4 points per turn, and you can use those points at any point in the game. So you can use them as a reaction. You can stack those points to give yourself advantage or to take away disadvantages. And I feel like it keeps the game going, and everybody needs to pay attention because usually you just play, your turn's over. You're like, I don't care. I'm just waiting for my turn. Now you need to pay attention. You need to be with it because then you can do reactions because everybody's playing at the same time.
Right.
But in an organized manner.
Go
ahead.
No, I was just wanting to piggyback off that because we just shout out to our Tales of Legend game. Check out Tales of Legend as well. We were playing it at the end. Wes had mentioned his one critique was with the action points. It felt very long to get to his turn. Now, we were brand new to the system, so we're learning what can we do. And I noticed that I just ran some games in Pathfinder, same thing. People are like flipping through their pages to see because they can only use their action points during their turn. The thing about being with the way it's this pool of resources you can spend on different things means you have to be constantly attentive to what's happening in combat, which I think, not having played it yet, I think would actually speed it up in a way and keep more people engaged, which is obviously the goal. But it seemed to me it's like, oh.
But not only speed it up, from the story element, you really want to see your teammate succeed at something.
Yeah.
So you help it happen. I love that. I'm all about that.
Yeah, you can spend one of your points for them to have a D8.
There's different ways to do that. Yeah.
So, and you can do that for initiative, which I love, because if you're somebody that's standing in the back and you don't need to go first, you can be like, I want to give my D8 to the person that's right there, right in the front, who's like gonna need that for initiative. Plus, for initiative, you could use whatever stat you want, right? What was it?
Good evening, Galaxy Fox.
So
Yes. So you can
use
whatever skill applies to what you were doing just
right before the
combat.
fight.
Yep.
Yeah. So you don't have
Which is Pathfinder.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think they took some of the really awesome qualities that I like from Pathfinder. They took the chassis from 5th edition, because that's the really only thing that's there. Some things they added meat. A lot of language feels the same, like advantage and disadvantage. Now, earlier you mentioned stacking advantage and disadvantage. Do you want to elaborate that on a little bit more?
Let's see.
Or is that farther in your notes?
I have it farther in my notes.
Well, never mind. I'll let her get to it later.
Yeah, I know. So let's
Stick tight if you want to know what that means.
Yes. Well, let's see. If you can become at a disadvantage if you keep trying to attack the same person multiple times. So it's like they know you're coming at them. They can defend you better, So you can use extra points to be able to cancel out, the disadvantage. And so you can really pour the action points into what you want to do. So the next point I have was the attributes. So you have 4 attributes. You have might, you have agility, you have intelligence, and you have charisma. There is no constitution. It is split between agility and might. And it caps depending on your level. So the level 1 cap is 3. And you can have a prime attribute modifier. So
Which is your highest.
The prime is your highest
attribute.
Yes.
Becomes your prime. Which the cool thing I liked about that, because we've talked about this like with even when we were talking about our Bomb Squad campaign in Open Legend too, feeling like agility or dexterity always kind of has an advantage because it is initiative. The same being for perception in a lot of systems always seems like a very important. But with the prime attribute, sorry, Jake.
No, please keep going.
The prime attribute gets, that's what you use in combat. So you could be an intelligent fighter.
Yeah.
Your health might take a hit. There is balance in there for the sheet, so you'll be a little more wimpy, but you could do the Sherlock Holmes style where you can see the battle before it happens and apply it. Your prime attribute becomes the one you're using for combat. So that opens up a lot of flavor play, which... If any of you who know us a long time, we like to, I always say we're terrible chefs, but we have a lot of fun playing games because we love flavor.
It's true. It's true. We flavor everything.
Everything.
The simplest things we love to put a little flavor on, but.
Or a puppy.
Or a
puppy.
She's winning, yes. Galaxy Quest is giving us a D10.
No, I love that. That was great.
The puppy, except she never wants to lie in the camera. Keep going. Jake, what were you going to say?
Lots of things. Well, the 4-point action system, there's also the minor action, which is or the free action, which is your swap a weapon. It's your
open a door.
Yeah. It's your simple things. And you may take one of those on your turn to do that.
Anything after that, though, you do have to spend a point.
Correct. But you get one free one, which is nice.
You don't want to be wasting an action opening a door.
And so part of that 4-action economy that I really enjoyed was the movement. Because if you spend an action point on movement, if you don't use it right away, it just stores. So if I only move 2 spaces, I still have my 5 or 6 spaces, whatever my movement speed is, left.
Right.
So it's not, because in Pathfinder, if you move and you stop to do something, you're done, which is fine. You have 3 actions. It makes it still. Right. I like the 3-action economy a lot. But I do like the idea that you spend, and then you have it. Yeah. So it's like, so you're planning out your turn, I'm moving, now I use my free action to open the window, and I use the rest of my movement to go out the window.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or whatever it may be.
I love it. I just love the action point thing. It's been, from what I've seen, it's coming into a lot of new system style. I think it's something that just works really well, but I really loved what he does, because we've talked so much about Pathfinder 2e, how we love the change. We love the change to the 3-action economy, 1 reaction.
I get so giddy about this system, though. No, for real, though.
Because I like what he did. Yes. I like it even better, I think.
I'm not...
Again,
I'm trying to be careful with what I say, because I run 10 to 12 Pathfinder games a week, and I'm like... I'm like, hey guys, you want to try some DC20? Because you may really, really like it. Because a lot of them came from 5th edition with all of their complaints. And here's Dungeon Coach taking what I think is some of the best qualities of Pathfinder 2nd edition, taking some of the best qualities of D&D 5th edition, and then taking storytelling elements and putting it all together and making it comprehensive and balanced. Freaking balanced.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, math teacher. Sorry, I'm really passionate. Yeah. I started diving through this, and I just really, really do enjoy him as a person. I'm enjoying the way he portrays things. If you haven't had a chance, go watch some of his YouTube videos. Fantastic stuff. But he has created a system that I really am looking forward to playing and utilizing just off of the 4-action economy.
Like, you get hyped. Every time you talk about this, you get hyped because of how he's hyped. Now, I've watched some of the videos, but I've never actually listened to him speak. But even just watching and seeing your excitement and everyone's excitement here, the pages of notes that Kristen has. Yeah. It's really neat.
It's simple. There is no transcribing your attributes to modifiers. It's just there. So that's really nice. You're not trying to be like, well, I have a 19. Oh, that actually equals a 5. Oh, no, is it a 4? You know, obviously, as you play it a lot, you know it off the top of your head. But this is so intuitive that inviting new people into tabletop RPG using this system, I think is going to be a huge boon, because it's simple and deep. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.